So we are dedicated to providing accessible, high quality education to enrich our community and the lives of individual learners. While those words should sound familiar, those words are the mission for Kellogg Community College. And on a side note, you may be wondering where in the world is Paul right now. I'm sort of in the basement of Bin in the prop space. And very deliberately so, because when I reference and think about the mission, you should be thinking, well, what does the Binda have to do with the mission of the institution? So I'm going to take a seat right over here, and you don't have to worry, because I'm going to most likely attempt to be a poor man's Alistair Cookie. And many of you who might be Sesame Street aficionados might be aware of a great episode called Monsterpiece Theater. So I'm going to be, again, a poor man's Alistair Cookie with this high back behind me. But why do I want to focus on the mission? Well, the mission is Criterion 1 of our Higher Learning Commission assurance argument. And I'm going to read some components for you. And the mission, the Criterion 1, says, the institution's mission is clear and articulated publicly. It guides the institution's operation. And Criterion 1 has three subcomponents, and I'll talk about each briefly. Criterion 1, core component 1A, says, the institution's mission is articulated publicly and operationalized throughout the institution. So what does that mean? That means we have clearly stated within our service regions, within the 3 counties that we serve, within our immediate community in Battle Creek, folks should be aware of what our mission is. And at this point, we should have operationalized what that mission looks like throughout our operations at an institution. So for example, what does it mean to be accessible? What does it mean for us to ensure that everyone has equal access to an education, whether it's curricular or co-curricular? Core component 1B, the second one. The institution's mission demonstrates commitment to the public good. So in what ways can you see, and you have seen, KCC's mission play out to the betterment of our service regions, our tri-county space? How can you see the actions that this institution has taken has contributed positively to the common good? And finally, Criterion 1C says, the institution provides opportunities for civic engagement in a diverse, multicultural society and globally connected world as appropriate within the mission and for the constituencies it serves. So I think right away of the Bruin Standard. I think right away of the notion of civic engagement. I think right away of our SERVE courses, a graduation requirement for many of our degrees. It really is about learning to interact with multiple individuals across our constituencies. It's also about recognizing the diversity within our population on campus and outside. It's about walking down the entranceway to the library and seeing those multiple flags hanging from the ceiling and thinking about what it represents for our institution. It's also about ensuring that we understand what our mission is and recognize how we are operationalizing it. I encourage you once again to reflect and focus in on Criterion 1, focus in on the many ways in which the document that has been provided to you does showcase the intentionality and the way our mission is operationalized. We are doing amazing work here at KCC, and as always, we are so much better together. God bless.